15 miles west of Dublin City, on the banks of the River Liffey above Straffan Weir, lies the Kildare Hotel and Country Club, the current home of the European Open Golf Championship. It is also the starting point for the Jemison Liffey descent. Each year, over 1,200 canoeists compete in this unique event, which takes place over 17.6 miles of one of the finest long-distance racing rivers in Europe. The race is considered by many as the Grand National of international canoeing, where to merely finish is an achievement in itself. With the river in flood conditions, the paddler's first obstacle 1,000 metres after the start is Straffan Weir. Then it's a long paddle to Temple Mills and Vanessa Weirs through Leakslip Lake, where the canoeists face a 500-metre portage to re-enter the river below the dam. They have two more big weirs at Sluice and Lucan before the big V weirs at Wren's Nest and Palmerstown. Having conquered these, it's a fairly easy paddle to the finish at Island Bridge. The fastest of all the canoe classes, the K2, is getting underway. It will take the quickest of these competitors a little under 2 hours to complete the course. 67 canoes in this group. At the front, the yellow canoe of Morgan Cooper and Martin Hearns, and to their left, 8 times winners Alan and Ian Tordoff from the UK.
With the first major weir so close to the start line, it's essential for racers at this point to line themselves correctly in their approach to the weir.
Alan and Ian Tordoff safely through. Then it's another English crew of James Block and James Butler, and in third place Melvin Swallow and Joel Wilson from the Chester Canoe Club. 216 there, Aaron Cox and David Belbin in the white canoe.
And number 77, Simon Wright and Stuart Smith from Lincoln and Nottingham Canoe Club.
Brothers Neil and Howard Blackman from Newark Racers in the UK battling away there. At the top of the weir in the white canoe, French paddlers Eric Molière and Manouk Gagachian. Stephen Bennett and Tony Mousson from Bristol in the UK, and they're over indeed, struggling there in the water. Italian competitors Ron Onye, Alessandra and Daniel Mignoma.
I'm not sure who they are, but let's see can they make it. Well done, girls.
132, the first K2 women, Lucy Hardy and Beth Campbell from the Flabberry Paddle Club in England. 140, Pori Keane and Garrett Daly. Shay Cassidy and Collie Quinn, both with many Liffey descents to their credit. Simon Dawes, Mike Southway from the UK, they have gone for an early swim.
And a bad approach angle here by the Irish K2 women's crew of Farrell and Scott. Oh, they're over, yes.
Junior canoeists Vincent Walsh and Mark Duffy, it looks as though they're in trouble with a broken paddle. Well, here we are back at the start in the K1 class lineup. That's Fergus Cooper there, winner from last year. And number 387, Pete Connor from the Salmon Leap Canoe Club. 634, James Smith. Number 570, Shane Devoy from the Wildwater Kayak Club. And closest to the camera, Ian Pringle in the veteran K1 class. Ian represented Ireland in canoeing at 3 Olympic Games, Munich, Montreal and Moscow, and will very soon be travelling to South Africa to compete in the Masters class at the World Marathon Championships.
And the K1s are now rapidly approaching Straffan Weir. Competitors here will choose two routes. One, the easier, safer option down the right-hand side, or the riskier, faster option down the left-hand slide.
Well, yes, Dermot Hudson and Malcolm Banks definitely opt for the slower but easier shoot, while Fergus Cooper opts for the faster but more risky one. James Smith follows him down.
They're all going over. I'm trying to recognise a few people here.
Well, it certainly is a very dangerous weir, this one. Plenty going over here. And yes, that's Michael Morrissey. He's gone for an early swim. Number 711, men's junior K1 class, Andrew McMurray from Northern Ireland. And that looks like Ian McLean gone over there. And Peter Jones, another one of the many Welsh competitors in the race. And we're now on our way into the jungle, down from Straffan. The leading K2 is in the line, and it's an all-English affair. At the front, Alan and Ian Tordoff, then James Block and James Butler, and still in third place, Melvin Swallow and Joel Wilson.
And now the whitewater boats are rapidly approaching Straffan Weir. These boats specially designed for rough water conditions. They're slower but more stable, so their approach angle to Straffan is not so significant.
Leading the group over Straffan is Frenchman Frank Fiefel. Behind him, Sean Martin of England and Ireland's Mick O'Mara, last year's Wild Water class winner in the white canoe. Then behind Mick is Shane Kelly from the Richmond Canoe Club.
And here Carl Fuddy from Wild Water.
665, Eamon Mullen from Wicklow safely over. And back for more punishment, the Italian Fabio Liberali.
Taking the chicken run over the weir.
And the women's whitewater, junior whitewater paddler Elizabeth Holmes.